Hello everyone, my name is AskYou Keyboard, and today we'll be doing something a little bit differently today. Um, First of all, I'm not wearing the headset, it's right here. I just have it sitting on my keyboard because I'm not going to need to wear it today because we're going to be looking at custom-made magic cards. I want to establish variety content. I don't want to just do gaming videos. I also want to do other types of videos. And even though this is kind of a gaming video, it's not really a gaming video because I'm not playing a game, even though I am looking at magic cards, which is a game. Um, my goal for this video is to just look at some magic cards that other people in the magic community have made and see if I can improve them a little bit. Nothing too drastic, of course. I'm going to try to stay in the spirit of the card, and also a little bit of a clarification. I'm not going to be trying to harass or bully any of the card creators people who made these cards, right? That's not the goal of this. The goal of this is not to harass anybody. It's just to kind of balance out. I'm going to adjust my microphone a little bit. Trying to just balance out some of these cards because custom-made cards sometimes can be a little bit overpowered, sometimes very overpowered, um, sometimes very underpowered, and sometimes a little bit confusing. So in every card we look at, I'm going to give them a rating out of 5 because on this website, MTG Cardsmith, you can leave comments, and then in your comment you can give a rating out of 5. And that is exactly going to be what I'm going to do. I already looked at 2 cards, but I'm just going to look at them again just so I can show them for the video, but we're not going to show those just yet. Anyway, we're going to be looking at first card, Soulful Lore Keeper. These are cards that have been made recently. If we look at this, yes, it was posted today. And let's jump right into it. Okay, so Soulful Lore Keeper. It's a creature, it's a human bard, and it's a cost 3 white black. Also, a little side note. I should have said this at the beginning before we looked at this card. I'm not going to be very much paying attention to artwork, and I'm also not going to be looking at misspellings or grammar mistakes because Lord knows I make those myself all the time. So, and of course, my goal for this series is not to bully anyone or make the creator of the card feel bad. It's just to try to improve cards. But then again, this is just for fun, so both making cards and this video. So who really cares? Moving on, back to the card. It's a creature, human bard with a lifelink. Whenever you gain life, put a verse counter on a creature you control. Creatures you control with verse counters on them have lifelink, and whenever this creature dies, target opponent loses life equal to this creature's converted mana cost. That is very good. I feel like this is a little overpowered because it has lifelink and the line whenever you gain life, put a verse counter on this card or on a creature you control. Creatures you control with verse counters on them have lifelink. I feel like that line shouldn't be there. That line that they gain lifelink, that should not be there. Whenever this creature dies, target opponent loses life equal to this creature's converted mana cost. I feel like that's a little overpowered too. Pick one or the other. I feel like there should be one of those abilities, not both. Or, you know what? Better idea. Just get rid of the line that says creatures you control with verse counters on them have lifelink. Just get rid of that line. Keep the other one, though. And instead of having be target opponent, be all players. All players lose life equal to this creature's converted mana cost, which includes yourself. Also, fun thing, it has flavor text. All resting souls having meaningful story. That's very nice. So, I like this card. It's a good idea. It's a nice concept, but I feel like it could be more balanced. So we're going to be leaving a little bit of comment here. So I'd have to give this card a 3 out of 5. I like the concept, but it's a little overpowered. I would remove the lifelink and the line that says the verse counters give the creature lifelink. Also, the damage should be dealt to all players. And that's about it for this card. We're going to be going on to the next one. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. This card was made by It's Zaki17. Shoutouts to It's Zaki17. Next one. The Albino Prophet. Ooh, this card's a legendary creature. 2 white for the Albino Prophet. It's a legendary creature, Dragon Warrior Cleric. 3 very good creature types. It has Vigilance. Tap, put a Diplomacy counter on target creature. Prevent all damage dealt to the Albino Prophet by creatures with Diplomacy counters on them. Good. This is a good card. Just, we need a little bit more of a cost other than the tap. Other than that, this is a very well-made card. I feel like we can improve this. Instead of tap, I feel like there should be a different kind of cost other than tapping. Maybe like pay 1 life or sacrifice a creature. We're just gonna put 3 stars again because this is a good card, but we're gonna need a little bit of a revamp. Good card, but is a little overpowered. I think the cost to make a diplomacy counter should be more than just tapping. It should be something like sacrifice a creature or pay some life. Either way, Divert is a very good card. Would be probably a 4 out of 5, possibly even a 5 out of 5 if we just made the cost to make a diplomacy counter a little bit harder to get, a little bit more of a cost to make, and if the diplomacy counter took more of them, more than just 1 to do that. Anyway, moving on. Also, this card, sorry, I should do that. I should credit the card creator at the beginning. It was made by Conrad Angels, also made by today. A very good card, Conrad Angels. The next card we're going to be looking at is Squata Outcasts. I hope I pronounce Sockata. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Shelco, if you're watching this video, please tell me if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I know I already looked at this card. This is one of the 2 cards I already looked at. And it's a very interesting card, but I think it's a little bit overpowered. Squata Outcasts. It's a 2 green white. Very good mana cost. Very fair, I feel. I feel like it's a fair mana cost for a 2/3. Desert Walk. I don't think this exists anywhere else. I think this is an original idea. So, Desert Walk, this creature can't be blocked as long as defending player controls a desert. When Squata, we're just going to move on, Outcasts enters the battlefield, each player creates a colorless desert land token with tap add colorless. That right there, that just entered the battlefield ability, I think is a little bit too strong. You know, just being able to come out on the field and basically immediately be unblockable, right, from the get-go, I think is a little bit too much. Like, again, with most cards, they usually have too little of a cost to them. All we need to that is, other than enter the battlefield, it should be something like, I'll just read my review. I love this card, but just getting a desert for free is a little overpowered to me. There should be some kind of cost, like sacrifice a creature or pay some life, you know? Overall, good card. Also, it should be target opponent. That's a little bit of a nitpick thing, but for multiplayer matches like in Commander, you're going to need to, instead of every opponent, it should be target opponent. So that means you would have to pay multiple times, right? So you sacrifice 1 creature, 1 player gets a desert. sacrifice another one, get another thing, you know? It goes on like that. And but other than that, excuse me, other than that, very good card. Moving on. Oh wait, did I credit the? We'll be able to credit them at the beginning. No, I said Shellco. This is made by, yeah, Shellco. Next, Guide of the Reborn is made by the Phantom Joker. Okay, Guide of the Reborn. 2 Golgari. Very good mana cost. I like that. Creature, human, shaman. We haven't seen any instants or sorceries or anything like that. It's all been creatures. When Guide of the Reborn enters the battlefield, return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield, then it wanders. I think this person made another card, because Wander is a mechanic found on another card that I looked at before making this video. It's a very okay. This adds a lot of context to the ability of their one. I didn't look at this card, so now I know what this means. Lands you control wandered by a creature have return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. That's very interesting. So this will make sense later on, but I thought that wander had a different effect. Wander seems to be one of those keywords that can have multiple effects depending on what card it is. You know, kind of like Raid from Ixalan. Raid from Ixalan was different for every pirate that had it. Like sometimes its Raid is like put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Sometimes it's cheaper mana cost. Sometimes you draw a card, I think, you know. Anyway, I could be completely wrong. It's been a very long time since I've played an Ixalan style cards, but anyway, this is very good. I think the effect of the Wander ability is a little bit too strong. It's just tap, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Just tapping isn't really enough, you know, especially because you're control. I mean, it is a land, so I think okay. To make this more balanced, because I put this on the other review for the card, I feel like instead of just any land, it should be basic lands, right? So you can only wander islands and plains and so on, right? And there should be more of a cost other than just tapping. Maybe it's 1 and tap or 2 and tap. You know, nothing too drastic as like sacrifice a creature, unlike the other abilities. This one I think it just needs a little bit of a mana cost. You know, pay 1 and tap, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. And I think other than that, this would be a solid 4. A very good ability. I think wandering should be limited to basic lands, and the ability should have more of a cost than just tapping. Like maybe 1 generic and tap would be better. 4 out of 5. This is a very good card. I very much like the mana cost and the art. It's very nice. We're not going to be worrying about the art, but the guide to the Reborn and the art, it all just seems very. This person, the Phantom Joker, is very good at making cards. Just needs more of a cost. That's really it. All it really needs is more of a cost. It seems to be a common theme with a lot of these cards is that they lack some kind of cost. This is the other card, Caller of Spring. I love this card. This card is probably my favorite card that I've looked at so far. It's Caller of Spring. It's Human Shaman. It's a 1 white for a 1/1. Okay, it's pretty standard. 2 and a white. Caller of Spring wanders. Exile it. Wandering target land you control. Wandered land has tap. Excuse me. Add 1 mana of any color. And tap. Caller of Spring stops wandering. Now I already left a comment on this. It was a 4 out of 5. I don't know what happened to the stars, but it was a 4 out of 5. And this is my review. This is a very unique ability. This was the first card I looked at on the site. Very unique ability. I love the concept. It's original and flavorful, but I think having the Wandering Land to be able to create any color of mana is a little overpowered. I think the Wandering Land can only be a basic land and or the color the land produces is the same color as the wandering card. For example, if I use this card to wander an island, the island should be able to produce blue or white mana only. But overall, very good card. Now, was this card? Yes, the Phantom Joker. So, Phantom Joker, I'm very sorry. I was misconstrued. I thought that this ability would be the same for all of the cards with Wander. I didn't even know that there were more cards with Wander. I love this card. Still, my point still stands. It needs a little bit more of a restriction. As it stands, it's a little bit overpowered. I do like that you have to pay 2 and a white for it to wander, and I also like it that it's exiled as well, so you don't get to keep the card. It basically becomes an enchantment almost on the land, which is very nice. I still like this. Phantom Joker. I'm going to add this to my favorites. How do I do that? Oh, favorite. There we go. This is the most likely the best card that I'm going to look at today, but I don't know. We're still going to go. We're still looking. I don't want to have any kind of bias. Fisherman of U2. This is also by Phantom Joker. When Fisherman of U2 enters the battlefield... Oh, wait, hold on. We need to look at the mana cost. 100 green. As a human peasant. Ooh, peasant. I don't think that creature type has existed in Magic before. But human. Human is a very relevant creature type. When Fisherman of U2 enters the battlefield, if you cast it, it wanders. Okay. Exile wandering target land you control, sorry. Wandering land has tap, add blue, and tap, create a 0/1 blue fish creature token. Very good. Again, I keep saying that the cards are very good. They are very good, but they're just not great. I feel like if this card had a way to revive itself, it would be the line of if you cast it, if you cast it, it wanders line would make more sense. But there is no really a way to revive itself, so you need another card to revive it for it to not have this ability. On its own, it's a little overpowered, but I'm not going to really worry about that right now. But Wanderland has tap, add blue. That's an interesting idea. Still, I think it should be basic lands, a basic land, but the ability of adding specifically blue is very good. And tap, create a 0/1 blue fish creature token. I think that the create create a fish token should cost some mana. Again, probably just like 1 and tap, nothing too drastic. This is I feel like this card is better. I'm gonna upvote this. I'm gonna do 4 out of 5. This is a very good card. I'm going to give my review. The Phantom Joker, you are winning me over with your Wander cards. My only 2 critiques are that Wandering should only affect basic lands, as usual, I've said this before, and the cost to make the fish token should be 1 in tap or something similar. Post, 4 out of 5. Very good, Phantom Joker. We're almost done here. Frontline Firebrand. Three, red. I think this is the first card with red we looked at. Creature, human wizard. Battalion. Ooh, keyword. Whenever Frontline Firebrand and at least 2 other creatures attack, each attacking creature you control deals 1 damage to any target. Oh, okay. If a red source you control would deal non-combat damage, it deals that much damage plus 1 instead, and it's a 3/2. Very good. I feel like this card, instead of being a regular creature, should be a legendary creature. It should be, um, I don't know, Jared, or something like that. Frontline Firebrand, you know, something like that. I know I keep saying that a lot, but anyway, I know I keep saying anyway a lot too, but uh, I like the idea of Battalion. I don't know if that's actually in Magic, but Battalion sounds like a very, very strong ability. I knew it takes at least 2 other creatures to attack. I think it should be 2 other creatures with 2 or more power. You know, so you can't just spawn a bunch of goblin tokens and then deal a whole bunch of damage. Or maybe you do. I don't know. I don't really play Burn very much, but this seems very strong. I think this is our first 5 out of 5, to be honest with you. 5 out of 5. This card is perfect. It's not actually perfect. It's in red, which makes it a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, this card is perfect. I can see this card actually being put into the game. I can actually see this someday being put into the game. It has enough mana, so you can't, you know, just put it out early in the game. You know, it's 5 mana, and it's a 2/3, and it's a human wizard, which is a relevant. Both not really, actually not human will always be relevant, I think, but very good card. Also, I still think it should be a legendary creature. Anyway. Oh, wait. Things are getting scrambled. Oh, no, new cards are being posted. Oh, okay. Well, Lord Eros, the Bloody General. Oh, sorry, I didn't even... Oh, it's post by username. They don't have a username. We're going to be ending, just for everyone's sake, we're going to be ending with Autumn Dragonling. But we're going to go to Lord Eros, the Bloody General. Lord Eros, the Bloody General. 1 white? That name would suggest black in some way. I feel like this card should be in, it should be one white black. It has Menace, which is usually a red ability. Whenever Lord Eros attacks, create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. He inspires loyalty and instills fear. Ooh. This card was made by Mr. Urento. My only complaint for this card, it's going to be a 4 out of 5, is that I think it should be, instead of Menace, I don't think it should have Menace. Maybe, let's look at it again. What's the creature type? Is it a creature Human Knight? I think it should create, instead of Knight Soldier tokens, it should create Knight tokens, 1/1 Knight tokens, and all Knights gain Vigilance. I think it should have Vigilance rather than Menace, and the Knight tokens have Vigilance. Anyway. Very good card, but there are a few improvements that can be made. For example, the mana cost should be 1 white black, and he should have a Vigilance instead of Menace. Post. And there we go. One more card, just once more again. This card was made by Mr. Urento. Very good card. Alright, last card of the video. Oh, hello? Autumn Dragonling is the final card of the video. X red. Creature dragon. Flying in haste. Autumn Dragonling enters the battlefield with X hatch counters on it. Autumn Dragonling can't be blocked by creatures with power or toughness equal to the number of hatch counters on Autumn Dragonling. Huh. This card might be... Huh. This card is very good, but I think it's a little bit weak. Because the amount of the X value the amount of hatch counters on the card determines the power and toughness, power or toughness, not and, power or toughness that a creature has to have for it to not be able to block this card. Right, let me read that again. Autumn Dragonling can't be blocked by creatures with power or toughness equal to the number of hatch counters on Autumn Dragonling. So if you put, for example, 5 hatch counters on it, creatures with power or toughness with 5 can't block, but creatures with 4 power or toughness can. I think that's a little bit of an oversight, I think, though. I think the creator of this, Kraken Salad, did intend, unless this is exactly what he meant. I think he might have intended for this card to be able to not be blocked by creatures with power or toughness equal to or lower than the amount of hatch counters. In that case, it would be, I think it would be fairly balanced because, if you pay 1, creatures with 1 power or toughness can't block, 2, it seems pretty fair to me. But with that, I think this is the first card that might be a little underpowered, actually. This card, oh, there's another review. I know we've been kind of, we've been kind of ignoring the other ones, but I think we should look at this one just out of curiosity. Nice job. You put 4 out of 5. Nice job. The art is cute. It should say card name can't be blocked by creature with power toughness equal to the number of hatch counters. Card name. It has a little strong. It is a little strong, but I think it's fine. So this person is critiquing the card name. Which I don't really think that's a problem. I think he says it's a little strong. I think it's a little weak because it can only block creatures equal to the amount of hatch counters, not anything lower than it. So you have to, and you can't change. There's no way to add or remove hatch counters one at a time. Which, if there was something like that, where like, oh, pay this mana cost, then, you get one hatch counter, and you could just remove a hatch counter whenever you wanted to, but you can only like, oh, tap and remove, but I don't think I'm gonna leave a review on this one because I don't really know what to say other than what I just said, and I am feeling a little bit lazy and I don't want to type it. You know what? I am going to type it. This card is a 4, nay a 3. If it had the ability to not be blocked by creatures that had less than the thing that I was talking about this whole time, also this is an upvote, then it would probably be a 5. But as it stands, it is probably a 3. Good card, but it's a little weak. Well, sorry. Good card, but it's a little weak in my opinion. The amount of hatch counters determines the exact power and toughness. I think it should say, quote, can't be blocked by creatures with equal or less power or toughness than the amount of hatch counters on this card. Post. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed this video was very fun to make. I hope you guys liked it. I know I did. And I hope that this audio isn't scuffed again because the audio on my last video was so bad. I'm really sorry. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. Again, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. And go follow my Twitter, by the way. I'm going to put that into the description of the video. And if you think that something I said was wrong, do you have a different opinion to what these cards should be things. Oh, whoa, what was that sentence? Do you have a different opinion about these cards? Do you think that they were overpowered? Do you think they were underpowered? Do you think I'm dumb? Please leave a comment about that. I wanna hear your guys' opinion. Also, if you want to see this series continue, also tell me that in the comments section and make sure to like. Um, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.